This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV at Ace Country Radio. Today is Friday, September 30th, the last day of September, if you can believe it. Well, a home erupts in flames on Pahrump South Side. Thankfully, the residents are safe, and so are the other homes in that mobile home park. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue is investigating the cause of a fully engulfed trailer fire that occurred this morning at Escapee Park on Oak Ridge Avenue on the south side of Pahrump. Upon arrival, fire crews found a well-involved single-wide mobile home on fire. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue crews went to work to contain the blaze to the area of origin without further extension to trailers in close proximity to the trailer that was on fire. All occupants were accounted for upon arrival. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and auxiliary units arrived on scene. Crews learned that there was ammunition in the front side of the trailer and took precautions. How the fire started is under investigation at this time. No injuries have been reported. And a high-impact crash on the highway leaves several people with injuries in close proximity and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Station 1. Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating a two-vehicle crash that occurred this afternoon on Highway 160 and Irene Street. Upon arrival, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, Nevada Highway Patrol, and auxiliary units found a high-impact rear-end collision. 4 people inside one vehicle were transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital with injuries sustained as a result of this crash. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Lewis says that one additional person received injuries and declined to be transported at the time of the incident. Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating the cause of this crash. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and auxiliary units conducted traffic control during the investigation and cleanup of this incident. Well, following yesterday's court hearing concerning the custody of the 300 dogs from Estafa Kennels, News 25 asked the Nye County Shelter Manager, Tasha Crabtree, to give the public an update on how the dogs are doing right now.
The dogs are doing pretty well. The majority are still being housed outside and still getting medical care every day. ASPCA is still on site. They're helping us every day. They do everything. They really help us a lot with general animal care, feeding, enrichment. They have behaviorists on site as well as their veterinary teams. Behavior varies. We're trying to induce a calm environment as much as possible when you're talking about housing dogs in close quarters and outdoors, and that's where the enrichment really comes into play. So we're offering a lot of things like Kongs. You may have heard me speak about them before. They're very durable. They can contain food, treats, and it really gets the animals to think and focus on something. So biggest medical concern right now is the fact that we had several emaciated dogs, right? Very low body condition scores, underweight, underfed. So we're focusing on that. We're continuing to feed them, give them various enrichment and increase their caloric intake. The other things that we're dealing with, we have severe dental disease on site, severe ear infections, wounds, a lot of wounds.
How are you feeling about what happened in court today?
Overall, I think the outcome of what happened in court today was a little bit disappointing, just because I was really hoping that we could get somewhere as far as maybe making these animals adoptable, and I don't really know what to expect moving forward.
Let's talk about donations. How's that going? Because we know that there was a huge push for donations and money coming in. Mm-hmm. And this is a huge amount of money that it costs for not only medical care, but food. I know that we spend a lot on housing and, of course, staffing. So we got to make sure that there's still donations coming in. Have you been able to estimate the cost per day for these animals?
So I don't have an estimated cost per day. If you could imagine, in food alone, we're going through 10, maybe 15 bags a day. That doesn't include cost of canned food, medications, vaccinations, and of course the initial cost, which was kennels, building kennels and having the manpower to build kennels. So we are lucky enough to meet our goal on GoFundMe. However, with the continued accrued costs and extended court dates, we are expecting the fact that we're going to be caring for these dogs for a long time. And if you aren't able to help monetarily, we are accepting food donations. So dry, new adult dog food and canned puppy food. You're able to donate to the shelter between the hours of 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Is there an issue with changing any of their dietary intake with these animals right now? Are you hoping to get monetary donations to kind of keep them on a steady diet? Is that better for it?
You know, obviously when you're changing a dog's food, it can upset their GI system. We have been doing something where we are mixing to help keep everything very similar. We also have probiotics that we can give them and antiparasitics that the dogs have been getting as well.
We're thinking that this court case might go on for a while longer, so we're still looking for more donations and anything that anybody could do.
Yeah, so we don't know how long this is going to take. We really don't. And so we want to be able to provide the best care as possible. And so if you can donate to our GoFundMe, that would be amazing. It's a 300 dog seizure by Nye County Sheriff's Office.
And don't forget that remote area medical is happening this weekend. That's going to be in the Pathways building. That is on the campus of Pahrump Valley High School, right there on the corner of Mount Charleston and Calvada. You can line up at midnight tonight, and they offer dental, medical, vision, and everything is for free. And if you want to find out more information, you can go to remoteareamedical.org. That's going to be happening Saturday and Sunday. Thanks so much for Nye Communities Coalition and Ryan Muccio for bringing this to us. We, of course, have all of that information on our KPVM Facebook page. You just need to scroll down just a bit and find out everything, including that map. Once again, there is no requirement for this free medical, dental, mental health, and vision event that is happening. Go to ram.org or remoteareamedical.org, and once again, you can find all that information on our KPVM Facebook page. We'll have more information and more news on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Lewis is celebrating his 20th anniversary with the department. Here's a look back on just a few moments KPVM and his friends at Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue has been able to capture.
Hey Chief, I just wanted to say congratulations on your 20-year anniversary. I miss you guys. Best 20 years of my life serving the community of Pahrump. Best years of my life working with Chief Lewis.
So we would love to present this to you.
It's absolutely great. Well, as you know, we have a lot of incidents that do involve children, and obviously it's imperative for us to create a sense of comfort, and stuffed animals such as this are great because it helps everyone, creates that sense of calmness with the kids.
There's actually a two-vehicle accident. Nye County Sheriff's Office is investigating the fact that there was a hit and run involved in this accident.
And I think this reveals our commitment to a partnership not only with Mercy Air but with Desert View Hospital. And the prevention is the key today. Been a lot of good questions coming up for the fire department. I know Mercy Air has received its.
Well, we had a two-vehicle collision. As you can see, the larger pickup was struck in the rear. I don't know exactly how that occurred, but we had two patients, and they're being prepared for transport as we speak.
Pull over as tight as you can, but stay on the hard surface and come to a complete stop. Let the emergency vehicle navigate around you. The other part is to please don't get stranded. If you see the standing water, do not go in. We've already had several cases today where we've had stranded motorists.
We
have to be careful when we rely solely on any testing kit because there are possibilities of false positives. So in the majority, I would believe we're probably at a 60% recovered. The remainder would be active. But the thing is, their cases are coming in so quickly, the epidemiologist's office hasn't really had the time to focus on moving people to recovered status.
If you're in the middle of the fire, it's imperative to make sure everybody's out, but simultaneously a call needs to be placed to 911 to get the system rolling. As long as you continue to try and extinguish a fire and that call is not made, that's called delayed notification. We made 2 separate announcements at the times that the planes had hit the World Trade Center buildings, and we asked for everyone to stop what they were doing for a moment and extend their thoughts and prayers to whoever they were with, and their private prayers as far as all those individuals, including the 343 firefighters that were lost that day. Every time we go on a fire-related incident, it's a partnership with the community. Pull over for us, allow us to pass by safely, allowing us appropriate notification. There was a number of accidents related to the weather this morning. We had several reports of vehicles off of the roadway. We had reports of vehicle rollovers. The Medal of Valor was awarded to Lieutenant Steve Moody, to James Monroe, Nate Alexander, John Ashcraft, and Dan Ulrich.
These are our heroes, definitely.
They did a great job. I don't think when people were resting that evening they had any idea what was unfolding on the hill.
I might just like to present Scott Lewis with the Act of Kindness Award.
You kind of really shocked me with this one. I'm up here for an unrelated issue.
So if you wouldn't mind reading that, Scott.
Oh, no, thank you. It says Act of Kindness Award presented to Fire Chief Scott Lewis and Pahrump Valley Fire Rescue. We're going above and beyond every day. For the citizens of Pahrump and Nevada, no act of kindness is ever wasted. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
Well, yeah.
I wasn't really expecting that.
Congratulations, Chief. And to take a look at many more moments of what Fire Chief Scott Lewis has done, just head to KPVM's YouTube channel and type in the search engine Scott Lewis. And of course, thank you so much for everything that you have done, Fire Chief Scott Lewis. Well, scientists are excited to report that one of the world's rarest fishes found right here in our own backyard continues to make a comeback. Brad Francis explains.
Devil's Hole pupfish are an extremely rare fish that live in the upper 80 feet of a deep water-filled cavern and sunlit shelf at the cavern's entrance, making it the smallest range of any vertebrate species on the planet. Devil's Hole is a detached unit of Death Valley National Park adjacent to Ash Meadows National Wildlife Refuge in Nye County. On the heels of a major earthquake in Mexico that caused 4-foot waves in Devil's Hole on September 19th, biologists this past week counted 263 pupfish, the most they've observed in 19 years. The fish are counted twice a year in the spring and fall using both scuba and surface visual counters. Before the 1990s, the Devil's Hole pupfish population was around 400 to 500 in the fall. However, those numbers declined to an average of 90 during the last 2 decades. Since then, the fish have made a steady comeback from an all-time low of 35 9 years ago. A biologist with the Nevada Department of Wildlife who participated in the most recent count said he had never seen the pupfish this robust before. Others said the fish appeared in remarkable condition and were very active, noting that earthquake-induced spawning is a fascinating aspect of the behavior of the pupfish species. Michael Schwemm, a senior fish biologist with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, says the latest count makes clear that habitat conditions have changed in a good way since the lowest counts, and says scientists are excited about the future directions for research and recovery.
Well, the city of Henderson breaks ground on its newest park, and it's first to include a community garden. Brad Francis tells us more.
The city of Henderson this week broke ground on the city's 70th park. Drake Street Park, which covers 3.5 acres near Major Avenue and Boulder Highway, will be built in 2 phases. The first phase will include a community garden with more than 100 garden beds, a fruit tree trail, an outdoor classroom with shade, seating, and composting bin. That portion of the park is scheduled to open early next year. Plans for phase 2 are still in the works and may include a playground, splash pad, open turf areas, restrooms, shade, and other neighborhood park amenities. No date has been announced for the completion of that phase of the project. The city of Henderson is partnering with Garden Farms of Nevada to help sustainably manage the garden and will host several educational and hands-on programs for the community. During Wednesday's groundbreaking ceremony, Henderson Mayor Deborah March said with the development of Drake Street Park, the city can further its commitment to ensuring every resident is within a 10-minute walk of a city park. Drake Street Park is located at 405 Drake Street. For more information about this park or any other park in the city, visit cityofhenderson.com.
And more local news right after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. Also brought to you by Silver State Health. Visit silverstatehealth.org or call 702-471-0420 for an appointment. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, can you believe it? September 30th is National Extra Virgin Olive Oil Day. And according to Kristen Kirkpatrick, a registered dietitian with Cleveland Clinic, you may want to add a little more into your diet.
With modern medicine, many people are outliving their brains. So we want people to live longer, but we want them to be able to live longer and have their capacity of their brain and not go into that cognitive decline. So there's many factors that go into brain health. Olive oil is one factor, but it tends to be in all the studies that we're seeing that are relative to increased brain health.
Extra virgin olive oil is a critical component of the Mediterranean diet, which studies show is heart healthy and may increase longevity. Regular intake of extra virgin olive oil also appears to improve chronic inflammation and possibly plays a role in the death of cancer cells. Kirkpatrick recommends about 1 to 3 tablespoons per day. Some ideas include spritzing it on toast for breakfast or drizzling it over salad. However you choose to consume it, extra virgin olive oil may do your body good.
So it's actually very similar to looking at, let's say, a blueberry or looking at broccoli. Anything that has abundant color, anything that's a plant, is going to help with cancer prevention. And olive oil tends to have a very high capacity of antioxidants.
And when choosing your EVOO, look for a dark bottle and keep it tightly sealed once opened, as light and air can affect taste and quality. Always go with extra virgin, and remember, the fresher the oil, the better. Well, now we're going to show you a wonderful pet available at Pets Are Worth Saving. We're going to meet Henry.
Hi, I'm Tressa with Pets Are Worth Saving, and we have Henry with us today. Henry is one of the 20 hoarding chihuahuas that we had come in. Henry is about 3 years old. He's tricolored. Very sweet little guy. He's a little bit shy on the uptake, but he warms up real quickly, and nothing he doesn't like more than to be cuddled. You can meet Henry by calling 775-253-5051 or going to our store at 7121 Homestead Road next to the post office, or you can see Henry and find out more about him on our Facebook page at Pets Are Worth Saving Group.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, we got Dude out there again. He's our horsey cam. That's what Romano's calling it. Hi, Dude. How are you doing? He's showing us the weather out there. He's our weatherman, I think. Except for we got John standing by. We'll find out about our weather forecast for the weekend right now.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. How lovely to see you on a Friday. Hooray, we made it through a whole week. Oh, boy. Get done adulting, and then let's look forward to the weekend. It's going to be a good one, but let's look at this weather map. Shows you what today was like. Not too bad, actually. Fernley, 76 degrees. Fallon and Carson City, weather twin, 78 degrees. Tonopah at 77. That's a cool spot in the state today. Goldfield saw 79. It's 90 out in Beatty. 94 in Amargosa. They missed the Hotspot Award. That goes to Ring Ding Ding Las Vegas today at 95 degrees. Congratulations. 105 out there in Death Valley. And here in the Paradise of Pahrump, we nearly missed the Hotspot, that award. It was 90 degrees currently. Got all the way up to 92. That felt impressive. South-southwesterly winds to 7 miles per hour felt awfully good. Took the edge off a little bit. Actually, I love these fall days. It's very nice. Sunrise this morning at 6:38 and it's setting this evening at 6:28. We picked up another couple minutes of night as we head for a low tonight of 62 degrees. We're seeing those winds about 5 miles per hour. That out of the east, not too bad. Humidity 23%. Does that look like clouds? No, not clouds. Look at this. 5 days of sunshine. Temperatures in the low 90s. Thursday, Friday, return to some clouds. No real shot at rain yet. And they're talking, but we'll see how the weather negotiates itself out over the next 5 days. But for sure, sunshine this weekend. It's going to be gorgeous. Lows tonight, mid 60s. I'll take it. It's going to be great. Make your plans and enjoy this weekend. And we'll see you on the other side. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Don't forget the pancake breakfast tomorrow morning happening from 8 to noon at the Senior Center, 1370 West Basin Avenue. It's all happening at 8 a.m. until noon. It's $5 per person and helps out the Pahrump Senior Center. And of course, that is Saturday night. Bill Watson and the Glam Girls. This is going to be happening at the Elks Lodge, 222 East Basin Avenue, 5 p.m. You can buy your tickets still. Give them a call, 775-751-2796. I'm sure you can even buy them at the door. This is going to be a wonderful show that benefits the Pahrump Senior Center as well. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday and down there at the remote area medical event as well at Pathways. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Good night.